batakloi che poi stanno.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Oh. Yeah, so we are here today today marks a really important day for history. It's March Tibetan Uprising Day. This date really commemorates the greatest moment in 1959 when tens of thousands of Tibetans united in protest against the illegal occupation of Tibet by the Chinese forces. These Tibetans surrounded Potala Palace to protect His Holiness the Dalai Lama's life, giving him the opportunity to go into safe exile, as well as securing the future of Tibet. In this moment of protest, actually thousands of lives were lost due to the oppressive response that ensued by the CCP. But we're standing here today, good to see so many folks. Our spirit remains unbroken. It's been 65 years since. And really our steadfast commitment to the non-violent protest, it serves as a model for the rest of the world. It's something that we intend to continue as well. It serves as a model for the rest of the world in a time of conflict. Especially with all of these things that are going on, the Ukraine-Russia crisis, right? We've got a couple of Palestinian flags I saw in the air. It's a good sight to see. And we want to kind of showcase, we've got a couple of the youth who are going to be making some speeches. We want to showcase the passage of the transfer of leadership, the continuation of the movement. We will stay strong, we'll continue doing what we're doing for another 65 years more. We've got a couple of folks that are going to be talking. I can't find up, I'm going to have to call them out afterwards. The program for today is going to be... Hold on, let me just quickly pull this one up. So the program today will commence with the Tibetan National Anthem, after which we will have a minute of silence as a tribute for those who have fallen in protest of the CCP's occupation and the acts that have gone onto us. After which we'll proceed with the singing of the Sunchidanlu and long-short Tibetan National Uprising songs which capture our hopes and dreams for Tibet's future. And then Tenzin Gyatso, who's the chair of the Tibetan Community Britain, he will then deliver their all-party parliamentary group message of solidarity, paving the way for the inspirational addresses that our youth will later make. That's Nambel and Rafka. And then finally we'll conclude the segment of this segment of our day with 30 minutes dedicated to the sloganeering, after which we will proceed with a march towards the Chinese embassy. So I just want to thank everybody once again for coming over here. I know it's not the best weather, but it's good to see, everybody here in solidarity, and no matter what is, out there, no matter the surveillance, the transnational repression that's going on, we're here despite all of that. So now, to start things off, let us begin with singing the Tibetan National Anthem together. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. So we will now sing some children's songs. Next song is the Longshore Tibetan National Uprising song. Right, so now we've got the chair of the Tibetan Community Britain, who will now read the all-party parliamentary group Tibet's Solidarity Statement.
Thank you, Timula. Good afternoon, everyone. As you all know, we have all-party parliamentary group for Tibet in the UK Parliament with membership across both houses of the Parliament and also across all the different political parties in the United Kingdom. And they have issued a statement of solidarity for Tibet on this very important day, and it's my privilege to read this statement to all of you. 10th March 2024, Statement of Solidarity with Tibet. The repression that we have witnessed in eastern Tibet these past few weeks is a microcosm of the grim reality inside occupied Tibet today. Hundreds of Tibetans in Dege County are still being held in detention simply for opposing a planned Chinese hydroelectric dam in the region. The dam would see Tibetans forced from their ancestral pasture land and the demolition of centuries-old monasteries with immense cultural significance to Tibetans and the world. Rather than listen to the grievances of the residents of Dege County, local authorities and security forces instead chose violence. Tibetans have long been used to this repression, but that does not make it any less alarming. Last month, the US organization Freedom House released its annual report on civil liberties and political freedoms around the world. It gave Tibet a score of 0 out of 100. Further underscoring Tibet as one of the least free places in the world. At a time when the Tibetans inside Tibet, as well as those outside and supporters around the world commemorate the 65th anniversary of the Tibetan National Uprising of March 1959, we, the members of the United Kingdom's all-party parliamentary group for Tibet, extend our solidarity with the brave people of Tibet. We reiterate our commitment to push the UK government to raise Tibet at every human rights discussion with their Chinese counterparts, and follow through on the strong recommendations that the UK issued at China's Universal Periodic Review in January. Tibetans have been non-violently resisting China's occupation for more than 70 years. We owe it to them to support their unrelenting resilience, to highlight their plight, and to ensure that Tibet remains a global concern. Signed by the co-chairs and members of the All-Party Parliamentary Group for Tibet. Thank you.
Thank you, Kubula. So now we have a number of who is part of the Students for Free Tibet and who will be given a speech on the topic of the Tibetan Uprising Day and its relevance today.
"65 years ago today, Tibetans stood side by side in protest against the occupation and ruling against the Chinese Communist Party, which resulted in the ruthless slaughter of more than 86,000 Tibetans. Since then, the situation in Tibet hasn't improved and continues to worsen. Under China's control, colonial boarding schools are established, which force parents to send their children away on the pretext of cleansing them, but in turn destroy the very cultural identity of Tibetans, a cultural identity which is essential for the very existence of Tibetans. Children are taught in Mandarin with least regard to the preservation of the mother tongue, bringing the culture to the brink of a total wipeout. This is what the Chinese government aim is, to eradicate the Tibetan culture, a culture which is not rightfully theirs to tamper with. On top of that, just about 2 weeks ago, over 1,000 peaceful protesters were arrested who stood up against the construction of the dam in Dege. If this dam is built, it will displace thousands of Tibetans, hundreds of families. This shows the Chinese government's total lack of regard for the livelihood of Tibetans. It is evident that the Chinese government deprive Tibetans of basic human rights and are recklessly causing major destruction to the people and the environment, an environment which is not rightfully theirs to tamper with. The CCP continue to attempt to annihilate the very existence of Tibet and Tibetans. But the Chinese government should know that as long as Tibetans live, Tibet will always exist. This March 10th will remind us of the day our brothers and sisters had injustice inflicted on them. And we will continue to uprise until there is freedom and there is change. Long live His Holiness the Dalai Lama, free Tibet, Pur Gyalo!
Thank you very much for that, Namo. That was a good speech. So next we have Rapka, who will be speaking on the current situation in Tibet. Yeah.
Thank you for the intro, Damien. We gather here not merely to commemorate this one day, but every day that has passed since China's brutal occupation of our homeland. For the world, 10th March is a page, a footnote in the book of history, but for us, it's everything. Each act of bravery and resilience by our brothers and sisters in Tibet is a new chapter etched in our story. On this cold and rainy day, it brings me great warmth to see so many faces come out to march in solidarity for the 65th anniversary of our National Uprising Day. 65 years under military occupation, 65 long years since we've lost our nation. But one of the two things we will never lose is hope. Hope that one day in this life or the next, we will return to or be reborn in a free Tibet. The second thing the Chinese Communist Party can never take from us is our resilient Tibetan spirit. A spirit that started one of the oldest existing civilizations in history. A daring spirit that dominated Asia through conquest and trade. A humble spirit, willing to adapt and embrace the peaceful practice of Buddhism in all its forms. A bold spirit that has risen up in defiance countless times against invasion and colonization, and a fighting spirit that to this day continues the struggle for freedom against the mighty foe. No matter what intricate weapons of lies and misinformation China unleashes, Tibetans will always hold the power of truth. When the Chinese People's Liberation Army stormed Pukam, Amdo and Uzang with tanks, artillery units, tens of thousands of well-armed soldiers, and planted a foreign invaders' flag on Tibetan soil, they called it the peaceful liberation. When they killed our monastic folk, destroyed our ancient monasteries, and burned countless precious texts passed through generations, they said they were rooting out poison from our minds. When they forcefully removed Tibetans from their ancestral lands to steal their natural resources and make way for disastrous megaprojects, squeezing Tibetans into barren colonies, they said they were providing safe modern housing. When they closed local Tibetan schools throughout communities in Tibet and forced parents to send their precious children to colonial boarding schools, they said it was to offer children a modern education that was missing in their local villages and towns. The irony, the audacity. I can't stomach the thought that there are those that gleefully accept China's narrative on the unfolding horrors in Tibet. But this is an alarming reality. Young Tibetans like myself and many here today have taken it upon ourselves to say enough is enough and put those words into firm action. But we can't do it alone. Tibet's future rests in the hands of those daring enough to go against a modern superpower. I know it can be frightening, but let us draw inspiration from the courage and resilience of my fellow Tibetans. Let us renew our commitment to standing up for justice, freedom, and human dignity. And let us never forget that the struggle for Tibet is not just a Tibetan struggle. It is the struggle for the very soul of humanity. When Tibet bravely calls upon the world, I urge you all to answer that call with us. Thank you.
All right, so thank you very much for that, Abra. Now we have 30 minutes of sloganeering. We'll be shouting our slogans essentially, after which we'll proceed on with the march towards the Chinese embassy. Thanks again, everybody, and pass it over to Kumala.
China lies! China lies! China lies! Tibet belongs to! Tibet belongs to! Tibet belongs to! China, China, China! China, China, China! China, China, China! Tibet belongs to! Tibet belongs to! Tibet belongs to! Long live! Long live! Long live! China, China, China! China, China, China! China, China, China! Human rights! Human rights! Human rights! Religious freedom! Religious freedom! Religious freedom! Media freedom! Media freedom! Language rights! Language rights! Language rights! Stop the genocide! Stop the torture! Stop the killing! Stop the torture! Stop the killing! Stop the torture! Stop the killing! Free Tibet! Free Tibet! Free Tibet! Free Tibet! Stop the relocation! 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 Tibet belongs to! Tibet belongs to! Tibet belongs to! Human rights! Human rights! Human rights! Tibetans inside Tibet! Tibetans inside Tibet! Tibetans inside Tibet! Human rights! Human rights! Human rights! Religious freedom! Religious freedom! Tibet belongs to! Tibet belongs to! China out of Tibet! China out of Tibet! China out of Tibet! China lies! China lies! China lies! China lies! dies. Stop the mining. Stop the mining. Stop the mining. Stop the forced relocation. Stop the forced relocation. Stop the forced relocation. Release, release. Release, release. Release, release. Tibet belongs to. Tibet belongs to. Tibet belongs to. Tibet belongs to. Human rights. Human rights. Human rights. Religious freedom. Religious freedom. Religious freedom. Media freedom. Media freedom. Language rights. Language rights. Language rights. Tibetans inside Tibet. Tibetans inside Tibet. Tibetans inside Tibet. Tibetans inside Tibet. Tibet belongs to. Tibet belongs to. Tibet belongs to. Tibet belongs to. China out of Tibet. China out of Tibet. China out of Tibet. Tibetans inside Tibet. Tibetans inside Tibet. Tibetans inside Tibet. Stop the forced relocation. Stop the forced relocation. Stop the forced relocation. Religious freedom. Religious freedom. Religious freedom. Human rights. Human rights. Human rights. Language rights. Language rights. China out of Tibet. China out of Tibet. China out of Tibet. Tibet belongs to. Tibet belongs to. Tibet belongs to. Tibet belongs to. Human rights. Human rights. Human rights. Religious freedom. Religious freedom. Language rights. Language rights. China out of Tibet. China out of Tibet. China out of Tibet. Tibetans inside Tibet. Tibetans inside Tibet. Tibetans inside Tibet. Tibetans inside Tibet. Human rights. Human rights. Human rights. Religious freedom. Religious freedom. Language rights. Language rights. Media freedom. Media freedom. Stop the forced relocation. Stop the forced relocation. Stop the dam construction. Stop the dam construction. Release, release. Release, release. Release, release. Tibet belongs to. Tibet belongs to. Tibet belongs to. China out of Tibet. China out of Tibet. China out of Tibet. Tibet belongs to. Tibet belongs to. Tibet belongs to. Tibet belongs to.
Let's face this way so that they can hear our voice. Stop the killing! Stop the killing! Stop the killing! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Human rights! Human rights! Human rights! Release! Release!
Out, out, out!
Religious freedom! Religious freedom! Tibet belongs to! Tibet belongs to! China out of Tibet! China out of Tibet! China out of Tibet! China out of Tibet! Tibetans in Tibet! Tibetans in Tibet! Tibetans in Tibet! Tibetans in Tibet! China stop the construction of dam in Tibet! China stop the construction in dam! China stop the construction in dam! China stop the forced relocation! China stop the forced relocation! China stop the forced relocation! China force the stop relocation! China stop killing our children in Tibet! China stop the killing our children! China stop the killing our children! China stop our children! China stop the killing our children! China stop the killing our children! Who's the killer? Who's the killer? Who's the killer? Who's the murderer? Who's the murderer? Who's the liar? Who's the liar? Who's the killer? Shame, shame! Shame! Shame on life! Shame on life! Shame on life! Stop the killing! Stop the torture! Human life! Religious freedom! Release all the political prisoners! Release all the political prisoners! Release all the political prisoners! Wake up, we should still know! Wake up! Wake up, 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 wake up! China! 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 No! China! 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 China lies! China lies! China lies! China lies! Shame, shame! Shame, shame! Shame, shame! Stop the killing! Stop the killing! Stop the torture! Human life! Religious freedom! Religious freedom! Tibet belongs to! China out of Tibet! China out of Tibet! CCP! 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 Piggy Tabo! Piggy Tabo! Gilma Pune! Gilma Pune! Long live! Long live! Long live! Stop the killing! Stop the torture! Religious freedom! Religious freedom! Tibet belongs to! China out of Tibet! China, China, China! China, China, China! China, China, China! 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 Tibetans in Tibet! Tibetans in Tibet! Tibetans in Tibet! Tibetans in Tibet! What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? When do you want it? 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 Shame, shame! Shame, shame! Shame, shame! Wake up, wake up! Wake up, wake up! Wake up, wake up! World leaders! World leaders! World leaders! Release, release! Release, release! Release, release! China, China, China! China, China, China!
It's almost 12 noon now, and I think we'll slowly start our protest rally in March from here towards the Chinese embassy. And we have with us here today Tibetan volunteer stewards. They will be visible in their high-vis jackets. So now I request them to please make sure that all of us march in a straight line from here to the streets of central London to the Chinese embassy. So now have the stewards come out in the front please, and they can start lead the march towards the Chinese embassy.
It's okay.